They abandoned a ghost. Oh no.
In the diamond? In the diamond?
They abandoned a ghost. Oh no.
In the diamond? In the diamond?
They abandoned a ghost. Oh no.
In the diamond? In the diamond?
They abandoned a ghost. Oh no.
In the diamond? In the diamond?
They abandoned a ghost. Oh no.
In the diamond? In the diamond? You'll see.
All right.
Hello! Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hello, C2. Hello to your raid. Hello, viewers. Hello. I'm Viscount Vivian.
Hello, and I'm Lady Fiona. How are we this evening? Lovely, very excited, very excited.
Lovely. C2 says, ready for season finale. Us
Honestly,
too.
yeah, we're here. We're dressed up.
We're dressed up. How are you, Lady Whistledown? Feeling your finale?
I am so excited for this. I can't wait to see what happens.
Right? Like,
We're in for it. I guess, you know what? It's titled, the book title, it's Viscount Who Loved Me.
The Viscount Who Loved Me.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all the, like, last season's finale was also the name of the book. So I think that's just going to be their theme.
Okay.
Okay. So let's get into it. Last week, our lovers, our stars, still crossed. Kate and Anthony are still not together. Mm-hmm. And the last time we saw her, she was riding on a horse in the rain.
And she went for a jump. She didn't make it. We left on a cliffhanger. Will she do it? Will she not? Will she not? The drama.
And I'm excited because this episode means a lot to me. It's just, I say that I feel like every week, but this one I really love. There's just a couple moments that I direct with Knickley, as usual, and I'll call them out. And this has been just such a beautiful process, I wanted to say, with the two of you. Not every week has it been easy to come here. There's been some literal national tragedies, several raging pandemics. And I just really appreciate all of us choosing to be here today and tonight.
We love that.
We
love you. We love doing it. And I love Bridgerton and having an excuse to watch a period drama.
Yes, a drama. All right. Is everyone ready? Does everyone have their drinks? I have a LaCroix.
I have a LaCroix this week.
Yay! Good, we're back.
We're doing a mixed fruit Pedialyte.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Pedialyte for extra hydration for the evening.
Beautiful extra hydration. I also have my little vape. That's what I was looking for. Mm-hmm. All right, everyone. I think we're ready to count down. Cue up your Netflixes.
Your episode 8, season 2.
Your episode 8, season 2. Last countdown. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play. The Netflix logo.
I was like, and then we're gonna get a Shonda, our final rainbow Shonda.
Our final Shonda. The final Shonda. That's going to be happening a lot. I feel like this episode.
And this is a very Shonda episode. We're starting off immediately with drama.
Immediately, the captions are like dramatic music plays. And Anthony jumps off the horse like he has literally zero chill. He like the viewer, jumps into the action. and what I love, it's pouring. It's raining, it's pouring. He, in this moment, like, is not panicking. Like, he's obviously panicked, but he's not, like, melting down like we saw him with the bee sting scene. Like, he's leaping into action. He sees that she's bleeding. He's carrying her. He, like, we'll get to this in a second, but he's finding a way back to town. Like, he is a totally different person than we saw even a couple episodes ago.
He's into it. He's into the action. He's jumping in.
And now he's running up the stairs and he's like, doctors, do this, servants. So if you have that Daddy Bridgerton video, Lady Whistledown, because Daddy Bridgerton, he's here to stay. Look at him. Mm-hmm. He's here to stay. He's freaking out. And then the doctors do my favorite trope where they're like, let us do our job.
I know. And also, like, how we're talking Regency era, how the doctors get there that quick, it usually takes a good hot minute.
I know, especially in the rain. They're just
in the rain. Everything runs slower in the rain. Your carriage slipperier.
I know. Again, this whole episode totally departed from the books. Very Shonda, because also like Benedict is there.
Oh my God.
It's like, why would he be there? He's like, my valet saw you outside. And it's like,
Yeah,
what?
you're right.
Why are you
You're right.
early?
And also, because he was getting off of a Columbia college party.
Yeah.
He hasn't slept yet. But also this whole episode is like, great girl. Yes, we have to tie up this episode, but we also need to set up season 3.
Yes.
So we're gonna have a lot of just A, B, C, D, E plots.
Yes,
getting their
there's
attention.
a lot of setup in this episode. I will say there's a lot of action, but there's a lot of
There's a
setup.
lot of setup. There's a
Right
lot.
now, speaking of setup, the Featheringtons, who have all been set up with husbands, except for Penelope. What are they doing? They're all upset because they don't want to hang out. They can't hang out with the Bridgertons anymore.
Right. It's because they can't be seen. Now that's like a whole side thing of like, you've been scandalized, so none of us can see you or be seen with you.
Yes.
But we're still like allies. So behind closed doors, we're gonna be like, no, we're on their side. But like, if in front of the door, when the door's open, we don't know them.
No. But when the door's open, we don't know them.
But behind a closed door, we do, and we support them.
But now, finally, Lady Featherington's dream come true. She finally gets to have a ball.
And literally, the town's in. The town's coming. We're all here.
And she's like, ooh, I just kicked my cat. Sorry. She's like, should we invite the Bridgertons and Sharma for the drama? And it's like, absolutely, you should. Mm-hmm. What else are you people doing? Nothing. Mm-hmm. I can't wait.
You want your ball to be a success.
Yeah.
So bring the feuding families.
Bring the drama. But everyone also, we should say, because we're supposed to be talking about this as it goes, is everyone's like, where's Lady Whistledown? She hasn't published in a while.
Right. After publishing, which I actually think makes it look so much more obvious that it's Eloise.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that like you post something about Eloise and then disappear and you don't write any more drama or any more gossip. Like, that's very suspicious, Lady Whistledown.
I agree. Penelope is not really thinking about this, like, at all. She's only panicking.
Yeah, we're seeing her just react, which, as we know, it's not great.
It's not great. And poor Lady Bridgerton desperately trying her kid to like beg her kids to be normal, and they're all refusing, like, so hard. She's like, Eloise, what if you went for a walk with Penelope? And she's like, absolutely not. And now we have the last Anthony barge of the season.
Oh, yes.
Barging in, and he's dressing down toot the entire family. He's like, Colin, where's this money from? Eloise, don't even talk to me.
I know there's a phrase earlier that Violet, the mother, said when she came in, and she was like, I was cut direct twice this afternoon. And if anyone wants to know a little Fiona fact, my final Fiona fact. Cut direct means we were walking in the same place and we looked at each other in the eyes, but you pretended to not know me. And then to be cut indirect is to avoid looking at them being like, I don't even see you. I didn't even notice you were here. Oh, you were there? Which I love to do on the bus and on the train.
Yeah.
But yes, a cut direct is to, like, the shade of it all, to look them directly in the eye and be like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah. So shady. Especially to such a, like, rich and old family as the Bridgertons.
Right. So anyway, that's why they're all fighting, is it's like, suddenly, Colin, where's your money?
Yeah.
And then, like, all the kids leave in a stompy off little...
Yeah, they all leave because Anthony's yelling at them. And he's like, I don't know. The mom is like straight up not playing games anymore. And she's like, I'm literally worried about you. You're acting crazy. And he is literally trembling, trying to hang on to... He's trembling, trying to hang on to this like angry man persona when he just wants to be a soft little boy. Look, he's crying. Exhale soft.
No, he's so worried.
Yeah, and he's just breathing all the time.
Which, by the way, we find out that Kate's been basically in a coma.
Yeah, that's what they just cut to. She's
She's been unconscious for a week?
A week.
A week?
Because gorgeous,
so
gorgeous
worrisome.
girls. Gorgeous girls have head injuries, so they
Yeah.
don't have to take off their wigs. Yeah. But also, like, I think if back then, if you were in a coma, I feel like I'd be like, they're dead. Like,
I know. I mean, you can tell. You can still check for heartbeats and breathing and stuff, so you know that they're just like.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, it's not that ill advanced.
Was that footman the guy, or was he just a messenger for the guy?
So he's the family's footman, and he's been the one, like, I think probably taking Eloise out into that area of town. So he's like, girl.
He's like, I got a letter from the guy you like. Because we're like, poor friends.
Yeah, like another lower class person.
Another.
They're like me, and they're sending you notes, and you're excited about it, so we're all excited for you. Are we?
Are we?
Are we?
This scene... I like that she comes in this time with her jacket and hood on. She's guarded compared to last time she was in it.
I know, but it's so, like... It's cheesy weezies.
That's why I think that this scene, I'm not into it as much. It is a little cheesy.
And if you've read the books, you're like, this is no significance.
Yeah, you can tell that it's not really going anywhere with this guy.
Oh, sorry about it.
Sorry, it's not really going anywhere with this guy.
I know, I can't wait until... I actually haven't seen any of the new Francesca photos.
No, we haven't.
So I can't wait for a new Francesca.
Did they find anything out that we need to say in this scene? She knows that Whistledown uses this shop.
Yes, and so he's like, fine, I'm on your side. Before when I was mean to you, I was just protecting you because they were watching me.
Yeah, exactly.
And the queen was watching me, and I didn't want you to get in trouble. And she's like, well, they know now. And then he's like, okay, I guess we're besties. Let me show you how they came in. And so then, you know, how the papers came in sewn into clothing. In the silk. So, like, in the silks and fabrics. So it's like, I wonder who would have fabrics.
Who would be sewing? Who can sew? Only one person I know, Eloise said.
And who was written about in the paper in, like, a good light.
Yeah. Everyone has been like, oh, and now we have a snuff break with the queen. Listen,
and you see how they show it? They're like, see, it's tobacco. It's brown.
Is it tobacco? Because she is hopped up on one. In
That's
this
what happened.
She never acts like this.
You should Google snuff.
I will.
Traditional snuff is like, you know, like, I don't like tobacco. It makes me
nauseous.
Jittery and nauseous, yeah. So, like, to shoot it in your nose, oh my God, I bet you're just like,
and that's why she's like so jittery, and she's like, tell me the hot goss immediately or I'll kill you.
Immediately.
Oh my God.
I need a little pick me up. I'm working so hard.
And Lady Danbury is like, you know, we're all concerned about Miss Sharma in a coma.
Yeah, there's a lady in a coma.
Yeah, and the queen's like, oh yeah, coma.
Also, that's like the most dramatic way to end a like angsty stomp off where you like run in the rain and then suddenly you're in a coma. That's wonderful.
I know, because I have things to say about that, but we'll wait till it gets to
I know, when we get to Kate, I just love I'm like, this is a girl who's been asleep for a week.
There's not enough Kate and Anthony scenes in this episode. I'll say, for it being the final of their season, it's not enough.
I know. We'll talk about it, but they like quickly, like near the end, just like shove in as many as they can. Like, yay! Yeah. But this is what happens. This is what happens when we try to shove in all the setup and tie-ins or whatever for the next season.
Yeah. And right now, like, so we're kind of doing that now because we have Colin and cousin Jack Featherington and Will, who owns that like cool
the Xbox.
Yeah, and he is the owner of the Xboxer. Oh, Lady Fiona. He is rightly calling out cousin Jack as being a fraud to Colin because he doesn't want Colin to like get wrapped up in the schemes. And so Colin in this moment is kind of a fake feminist, if you want to throw up that picture, Lady Whistledown.
Yep.
Of
Hold on.
fake feminist. And he totally rejects Will's help in his little I love it. Rejects
His
Will's help,
goatee.
his little goatee, and he takes cousin Jack to presumably White's, the other bar in town, to continue discussing the mines.
Mm-hmm.
And then cousin Jack is coming in here to flirt with the Featherington mom, and he tells her, though, that Colin did give him a large sum of money, which we know is true because he took it out of the bank. That's what Anthony was mad about earlier. So this is just setting up next season because Colin is getting involved business-wise with the Featheringtons. Gizzy! Is that Lady Gizington?
Lady Gizington. She's a grumpy gal. That's why she's tipping over my thing.
She said, let me distract you guys from the Featheringtons.
Yeah, we don't need it. She's a Featherington, and she's so much red hair.
She would be a cute little Featherington.
So sassy.
So they're also plotting to potentially take their scheme on the road. Lady Featherington is like, let's go on the countryside and swindle country rich families out of their money, which honestly, good idea. And cousin Jack is like, no, let's go to America where we'll get so rich and famous because they don't have any queens. But Lady Whistledown, will you throw up the Welcome to America, Lady Featherington picture? Because this is what it would look like. Gas stations and guns. They cannot go to America. They are not cut out at all.
They would hate it.
They would hate it. They would hate the wild wilderness of America. He kisses her, which is really uncomfortable for everyone. But she likes
really
it.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, but I'm uncomfortable, so I won't.
And I think she's like, and she's also made it explicitly clear to like not involve Colin Bridgerton.
Yeah, for sure.
She's like already up and about it.
I think after their scandal, she was like, well, maybe. Oh, Kate back looking glorious and beautiful and like perfect.
Completely. Like if I listen, I've been on bed rest and been out of it. You do not come to looking. You look like sweaty, like you haven't showered and bathed.
I know they have her like glistening. They probably are like giving her sponge bath though. Like I bet.
Yeah.
Because like we were saying how like bathing is a part of their like ritual,
but also like doing a half updo.
He said a half updo. Edwina also, I love this scene. Very Shonda Rhimes giving Grey's Anatomy. Edwina literally is by her bedside and goes, "Don't do this, Dee Dee," and then sits down. Wakes up immediately.
Immediately it is, and it's immediately like, Edwina,
I am here. So everyone is comforting her. We have Edwina, Lady Sharma, and Lady Danbury, and she is kind of remembering what happened and that she fell, and then they're like, Anthony rescued you.
Yeah, she's like, did he come visit me on my sick bed?
Because this was that was yesterday to her that they fucked. You know what I mean? Like she wakes up and that literally just happened. That would freak me out. Because also I'd be like, do you guys know that he fingered me?
Yeah.
Well,
more than that.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like.
They did.
You said they did for sure.
But anyway, that happened not that long ago in her mind.
Yeah,
so like, I thought we had a thing again, and also like, yeah, did he come visit me? And it's like, I mean, no.
No, he didn't. Okay, this scene. Just give Anthony all the awards. Literally, he's sitting there, lips twitching in tension because he's so nervous. And then his mom comes in. And she says she's awake. And what does he do? The way he looks at the mom and he's like happy and trying not to cry. And then he does patented Jonathan Bailey. I'm holding my eyes so I don't cry.
And also, let's not forget, the mother came in, Violet walked in and didn't say anything. And then he said, she's awake.
Yeah. Good.
from the look of the mother's face. And so now we're getting to watch him feel all the emotions, the regret, the joy, the sadness,
the pain,
the
and
trauma.
I feel the trauma, exactly, because I do feel like here, like, they play with their dynamic so well of like being Lady and Lord Bridgerton and mom and son. And I feel like in that moment they are kind of on equal footing. And when she's apologizing, he's like kind of sinking back into being her son. She's like, I'm sorry that you were the one with your father. I'm sorry that you had to carry the burden because I had postpartum depression and regular depression. And he like really sinks into being her son, and then he like asks like what to do, kind of, you know. He's like, I literally don't know what to do. Where this whole time he's been like, I know what to do, my decisions are right, everything I choose I'm committed to because I'm right.
Yeah, it's basically like a first time where he's like processing an old trauma in order to like deal with the current trauma.
Yeah. I love him. And he just said, I can't see her. I don't think I can see her. Because he knows if he sees her, he's never going to leave, you know?
Yeah, it's really kind of annoying. They're still playing like after all of this. We've thrown out almost every trope we can to like show the character that they're in love with each other, of like near-death experience, an engagement, a wedding, like everything, literally a moment where they can't hold back and they fuck each other in a pavilion outside.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Literally, when does it click?
When does it click? And this whole episode, they're still doing it. So don't expect any relief anytime soon, guys. We have a long 50 minutes ahead.
Listen, to say that they edge the shit out of it is annoying as hell. They do,
yeah.
They really do. They're like, we're not gonna. And listen, I like a slow burn book just as much as like the next slow burn. But when we're on the final 4 pages, we're just getting around to it.
So basically, Lady Bridgerton was saying, you know, don't lose her because I would feel the pain of losing Edmund 10,000 times because, like, I got to love him, you know, better to have loved and lost instead of loved at all. Doesn't he also have a thing where, like, he doesn't think he's worthy of love, actually? Does he think he's not worthy?
It's not that. It's his thing is that he doesn't think he should be with someone he's in love with because he's convinced he's going to die really young in like a few years.
Yeah, like the first sentence of his book is like, Anthony Bridgerton always knew he would die young. So he doesn't want to fall in love with somebody and then have what happened to his mom happen
to like his kids and stuff.
Yeah, and his kids. So he is like, I'll just be in a loveless marriage and so nobody will care when I'm gone. And that's also why he's been kind of like a grump.
Just like not being that endearing or there's no charisma, sir. Where's the charm?
Yes. Thank you, C2. We love discussion. I love it. We love discussion. Okay, so now we're at the Modiste. Penelope is like, Eloise, why are you here? And it's like, obviously she's here because she thinks the Modiste is Whistledown. Penelope, the circles are closing.
They're closing in on you, girl.
Yeah.
They're closing in.
They're closing in. This is like a watch. I think I made a watch out Whistledown. Oh, yeah. We have the regular watch. Yeah. There we go. Watch out.
You're in trouble, girl. They're on your back.
They're on your back. And then she kind of has like a weird backbone moment because she's like, Eloise, don't scream at me. And Eloise is like, I wasn't, but okay. And she's like, don't
she fully was.
She's like, everyone knows that you're hanging out with that poor guy.
Yeah.
And
it's really just her. It's really
exactly.
Just her.
Exactly. It's like, do they know?
She's like, the servants are talking. They're talking about it. And it's more just like Penelope's like, I know this about you, okay?
Yeah.
It was just made public. We have to calm down. And this is also her defense mechanism to deter attention. It's like, no, you're just shining a bigger light on it because you're gonna want to find out who's talking shit about you.
Yeah, exactly. And like Penelope threatening her with Lady Whistledown. She's like, if Lady Whistledown found out about this, it would be bad for you. And it's like, that is kind of a weird thing to say when she hasn't written in weeks.
Yeah.
Or a week, I guess. At least.
I guess
She wouldn't think anything of it though, because it's just her best friend telling her that, you know?
Right.
From her perspective.
That's a good point. Oh, we're back at Columbia College.
Columbia College.
Lady Whistledown and grow up so we can say goodbye to the best. Columbia College.
he's going to his art class and they're all giggling.
They're all giggling and they're like, oh, you're actually good.
Yeah. And that's when they let it slip, right?
Yeah, so they're about to let it slip. I'll just go ahead and say it, is that he's a nepotism baby. Big reveal is that Anthony donated a huge amount of money to the Academy, which
basically Anthony bought their new Columbia College's film studio.
Yeah.
The like multi-million-dollar film studio that they did back in my day.
Yeah.
So that's why at a school that has like 100% acceptance rate.
Yeah, literally. Because when I was like, how good do you have to be to get? How many people are artists back then?
You're already really wealthy and from a really well-established family. I literally think you just have to write your name on a piece of paper and be like, I'd like to go to your school. And they're like, oh, Bridgerton? Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely feel like this is a more modern thing they're inserting, which is like that we care that he's a nepotism baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so guess what? Daddy Bridgerton came in and he sees her in the mirror and he's both happy to see her and annoyed. I'm obsessed with his face.
I know, because now he suddenly like he goes back into his default coping mechanism, which is like, I don't even care.
Yeah, I don't even care. And he knows that they're about to fight.
I know, because he's picking the fight.
Yeah, because and he knows that she always like takes the bait.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. She loves the bait.
Yeah. He honestly looks so hot in this. Every scene. I'm like, he's
so hot though. In this one scene, he's really hot.
But in this one
when he brings up tulips, I would be like, really?
I feel like he kind of has like a 5 o'clock shadow also.
Yeah, because he's tired and stressed. He hasn't been sleeping well because the love of his life has been in a coma and he's been refusing to check on her.
Exactly. And he's also, so now he's doing this kind of weird guy thing where he's apologizing for fucking her. And
oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry. I didn't want it to happen like that. I wanted it to be special. We've all heard that line. And
it's like, I wanted it to happen too. That's why.
She literally said, do not stop. She fully consented. Mm-hmm. And then he does, C2 said, sorry, I ruined your life by fucking you. Literally, that's what he's doing. And then he's like, I'm asking you to marry me. And my favorite part is when he's like, Kate! Like, he's so desperate. He just says her name.
Does she think he's doing it out of pity? Is that why she's saying no?
She thinks he's doing it out of obligation. Because, like, back then, if you kiss alone, you would have to get married. So... Yeah.
So she's like, so still he doesn't actually love me. She's waiting to feel like sure that she really loves him and that he really loves her.
Yeah. So he's just doing that thing that they do.
And so she's like rejecting him and then he's like, you're running away, which is totally right. She's like, I'm going back to India. I'm not going to marry you. And he leaves and I really don't know how they're going to get together at this point. It's like, I'm watching it at this point. It's like, what the fuck? Are they gonna get together?
It's literally a proposal. And the fact that he like pulls out the ring, like, wait, hang on.
He pulls out his mom's ring.
Oh, we got here again.
C2. Anyway, will you marry me?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What
Anyways,
if they
sorry I went down on you in the garden. Remember when we held hands?
Yeah. Honestly, like imagine they don't get together. That's what.
And they like what?
He You said I'm like, what?
And like they carried into season 3.
I know. I kind of was. There's a couple of moments where I was like, are we double slow burning?
I wouldn't tolerate it.
I don't like this little writer boy. This is inappropriate. It's stressing me out. Get out of there, Eloise. Don't like it.
Oh yeah, when they're like hanging out and giggling and getting secrets.
Yeah, I'm getting secrets, and she's like, well, also she's like getting out and freaking out because Penelope got her like way in her head about like, he's not your class. This is going to bring shame on your family, blah, blah, blah. So.
Hi, baby cat.
Hates him. Yeah. She's like, get out of there, Eloise.
Get out of there. Get out. Don't let nobody cause me. Also, anybody who treats you badly and uses a defense that they were trying to help you by pushing you away.
Yeah. He's kind of nagging her. He is nagging her.
He has from day one. He's like, you don't know about feminism.
Yeah, that's so
well,
true.
Actually, let me tell you.
I know about feminism from Reddit.
From race and class. And you're like, oh, you're right.
And then he says something kind of mean where he's like, oh, so you just used me as like your little poor getaway, like a vacation into being poor, which it's like, nobody does that. Nobody wants to be poor.
Yeah. She was trying to learn, okay?
Yeah, she was trying to learn
about it.
She's like barely allowed to read. Everyone's interrupting her all the time. Like,
true.
I think he could have, I don't know. They were kind of doomed from the start. Similar to Anthony and his girlfriend last season.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I feel like there are a lot of parallels between Eloise and Anthony.
There are a lot.
They don't,
and that's also like, I can't wait for her story because I bet there will be a similar
like arc. I feel like they don't really have a lot of scenes together. So hopefully next season they'll like have some cool stuff.
And I don't know how they're gonna make Benedict appealing. I feel like Benedict's story is gonna be saved for last.
C2, are you saying she does want cred like Penelope wants the Whistledown credit? She doesn't want other people to be named Whistledown because that's Penelope's biggest problem. I feel like if she didn't want the fame.
It's the biggest problem. It is the biggest problem. If you read her book too, she's obsessed with like having the credit.
Get it,
which
girl.
I get. Like I kind of get because like for her it's a pride thing where she's like, I accomplished something and nobody ever thinks I'll accomplish anything. Everybody thinks I'm dumb and quiet. And guess what, bitch? I've been watching since day one. Right here.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now we have a beautiful scene between Edwina, a mature adult Edwina with clear eyes, clear hearts, and Kate having totally, like, after she's sleeping for a week, she's got to be healed in a lot of ways.
I know.
So Edwina is, like, asking the hard questions, like, were you lying the whole time? Like, or were you, like, at what point did you know you had feelings for the Count? Or the Viscount. And Kate is like, I was lying to myself. I don't really know. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like she doesn't have like a specific, like,
I was just also projecting when I was trying to reflect and being like, just do it, girl. But I was definitely lying to myself.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I love what?
I like what she just said. I don't like the ladies, like the parts we've been playing. I don't like the people we've been pretending to be. I like that.
That's one of my favorite lines. And she's like, I don't, and like these young ladies we've been pretending to be. And now we like finally get to see them, who they really are and who they really are as sisters without all this like crazy made up pressure.
Right. To like get someone married off.
Yeah. And they're united. They're holding hands. Aww. Now this scene we have between Benedict and Eloise, and it would be so much better if both of these characters were gay.
Yeah. Didn't we have a similar scene of them the first season 1?
Yes, and it also was another time. It was like, okay, so they're coming out to each other.
I know, that's exactly the vibe.
Okay, C2 said, making Edwina the moral center is great because you see her as so naive at first, and she truly is very wise, even if she's young. That's so true. Very true. I feel like once she was allowed to see like then we're allowed to see this like beautiful insight from her.
And she gets to be the narrator.
Yeah. And like the decider of her own story. We haven't really heard much about Edwina for next season. There's a little thing that gets teased at the end of this episode, but I really hope she is involved because I love her. Big fan of Edwina, the character and the actor.
Yeah. And, you know, there's been some recent debate online whether they should recast the Duke. And I think they should.
Let's get into that at the end. Okay. So Benedict is telling Eloise that Anthony bought his place and how bummed it is. And I feel like they're both dealing with like second child syndrome because he's the second son, she's the second daughter, and they don't really know like what they're supposed to be doing, and what they wanted to be doing isn't really working out for both of them.
Yeah. Anyway, that's why, they have a kinship.
Yeah. And so now he's like, let's be imposters together. Like, we'll just have each other's back, which is nice and how they should have been the whole time.
Yeah. But there's also a little bit of me that was like, is this scene necessary?
I know, but it's like they're setting things up for later. But then it is followed by this scene that I do think is fully necessary, which is, who's the last one? Gregory. Talking with Anthony in a very like father-son mirroring kind of way. Because Gregory is like complaining about his schoolwork, and then he's like, sorry, I'm bothering you, because Anthony's normally so grumpy. But Anthony's like, no, actually come in. Let's like talk. I'm sorry. Like, I'm actually forcing your teachers to be really hard on you because I'm a jerk. He literally says your tutor is mean to you because he thinks I'm frightening.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's just that he talks about his dad and just like get into it and being like, because Gregory's never met his father and Anthony knew his dad the longest out of the kids.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he met him, but he was like really young.
No.
Because wait, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Oh, yeah, I guess maybe he did because it was Hyacinth.
Yeah.
That was the youngest.
So he was but I think
he was probably like a toddler.
Yeah, like a year or less old, because this is so little baby. And look at, once again, Jonathan Bailey acting the house down, giving us tears, giving us ghosts of our past swimming in your eyes. Yeah. But then also little laughs. Little laughs.
We have to wrap this stuff up too, and also set it up for like, I'm gonna be a better father figure.
Yes. He's growing as a father.
He's growing.
Because he probably would have been a pretty good dad if his dad hadn't died. You know what I mean? His development definitely got set back a few.
Yeah, and also just remember the trauma of the death. Like, he died in a way that nobody understood by like a bee sting. So
yeah, and I love the mom is eavesdropping. Right? Mm-hmm. And I love what Anthony is saying to Gregory, because Gregory's like, I don't know much about our dad, and Anthony's like, that's because I've been late to like too many events, and I'm not here. I haven't been around to tell you, but now I'm gonna tell you stuff, and like really addressing that he's been like absent, just showing up for his like obligations. And the mom like kind of tears up a little bit because I think like, I don't know, she just said she was so worried about Anthony, you know? Like,
and nobody's been addressing the like elephant in the room for years of like, your father died.
Yeah. He's finally dealing with that and like connecting with his siblings about it, which is like huge. And like we're saying, he's never really had scenes with Eloise. Like, he's never had a one-on-one scene with Gregory.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Was a really sweet scene.
It's a sweet scene.
Like them cuddling. Oh.
And
I know.
We love it.
We love Anthony. He's hot and he's cute and he's sweet.
And he's sensitive.
He feels a lot.
Yeah.
He really feels
this scene is Lady Sharma talking to Kate, because Kate still will not let go of that everything is her fault. Even though Edwina has forgiven her, Kate is just like, I still have ruined everyone's life and I have to run away from it. And the mom is like, no, like a lot of us failed, and like kind of a domino effect that ended up with you feeling like a lot of pressure, kind of mirroring the scene between.
I was about to say they mirrored each other. The like families where the moms lost a husband and then kind of dropped the ball while grieving, and it's like understandable. We get it, girl.
Yeah,
everybody's
everybody's
grieving, and it all turns to this.
And then Lady Sharma says, I think what like was obviously unspoken, but definitely needed to be said, especially after like that dinner and like how the wedding, like Edwina and Lady Sharma were. But she's like, Kate, like I have loved you since I met you. You're my daughter. Like you're not half anything, step anything. Like you're family. And Kate, Simone Ashley is doing such a good, beautiful job. Like really, you see her like breathing that in and like taking it in and feeling the love.
The acting is great. Everybody has a lot of crying and deep breathing scenes, and they do great.
And they do great. And then I love that she's like, okay, well, Mom T, like we hooked up and he asked me to marry him, and I said no because he just asked me to marry him because we hooked up. But also you didn't hear me say that, but I did say that.
And it's like, definitely we did.
Yeah, we definitely fucked.
Oh, we definitely did. And I love it because the mom's just like, yeah, I see. I get it.
Yeah, she's like, we all can tell, girl.
Yeah. They're like, something probably happened.
Didn't she kind of do the same thing? Isn't that like the scandal or something?
Yeah, she ran away, or like she married someone beneath her and ran away with him.
So kind of.
Yeah. Similar, I think, in that she's trying to be like, like don't run away. Like you should stay and face. I think the mom is like happy they left, but I think also wishes that they had stayed and just faced what happened, So here we go. It's the final ball. Lady Whistledown, if you don't mind throwing up, it's the final ball now.
It's the final ball
now. It's a Featherington ball, and everyone is showing their appreciation by wearing weird colors. Everyone's wearing weird colors.
And it's obvious that Penelope was dressed by her mother because she is back in yellow.
Yes, back in yellow. But the Queen's here, and the Bridgertons and the Sharmas will be here in a moment. So a success.
Yeah, I remember Kate's outfit is particularly pretty.
Yes, she's not yet, but yes. Right now we're seeing like the mom is also apologizing in a nicer way to Eloise and like saying, don't let what other people think of you matter because that's not who you are. And I feel like the mom has really learned from Anthony and Daphne last season, like how to be a better mom. You can really see her growth. Mm-hmm. Good job, writers, because she's barely a main character. Then we have Anthony popping up again, but he's gone again. And little Penelope can't help herself listening to gossip.
She can't help herself.
Can't help it.
It's so funny. My cat just walked in my room and I'm like, why is your head wet?
Why? What is she doing?
I don't know. But I'm like, the only explanation is that she dipped her head in her water fountain. So
I love it.
I was just like, what happened? Cute. It's cute.
We love the cats. So Eloise and Penelope are talking in the corner and kind of like repairing their conversation from earlier.
Yeah. And basically, like, in the end, Penelope kind of lets her mask slip a bit.
Yeah, because she, like, doesn't, again, like what we talked about at the beginning of this season, she doesn't really know how to navigate being out with Eloise and being Lady Whistledown. And she still hasn't figured that out by the end here because she, like you just said, lets her mask slip because she starts being like, oh, I know, me and Eloise will roast things like how
because like that's what I do for fun at balls. Yeah, I stand on the side and roast people in my head.
Exactly.
Is she outing herself right now? Sorry.
Yeah. No, totally. She is. Exactly.
Like kind of by accident, just by like being like, I heard so and so.
If you want to throw up the "you're caught" Whistledown graphic, because Eloise, yeah.
You're God, girl.
Puts it together because of the way that she talks, and she does confront her in this episode, so don't worry. Like Lady Fiona brought up earlier, Kate, they saved this dress for Kate for the last episode. We haven't seen her wear an orange gown yet. It's gorgeous, highlighting her the beautiful skin, her beautiful hair. Like, she looks so gorgeous. She's glowing, and everyone is whispering about them.
Yeah, they're just like, look at what's going on.
They're like, they're here, and she was just in a coma? How?
She was just in a coma, and remember how she ran away from her wedding?
And now Edwina is like, Kate, honestly, no one's going to dance with us. Let's just dance together like we used to when you were, like, teaching me how to dance. Yeah. And this scene is the one that makes me just like, oh my gosh. It's just so sweet because they're fully being themselves, just having fun, laughing and dancing. And also, of course, who does Kate make eye contact with? Little Anthony over in the corner.
Little Anthony. Little Apple Box Anthony.
Little Apple Box Anthony standing with his mates. And then we have this part where we have Colin talking to Cressida Cowper.
Listen,
he's flirting with her.
And Penelope's right there and having to watch.
He's right there. And I will give him credit. This is smooth as fuck. Him breaking her necklace or taking it off so he can fix it. And so she's like, oh, is this just you giving yourself an excuse to call on me? And he's like, yes. That's a good one.
Yeah, but fuck Cow Tipper. She's Penelope's arch nemesis.
Yes, we all want to kick Colin's ass, too. I want to kick it up and down brush.
Yeah, there needs to be so much groveling.
For him to bring her, like, he's going to explain why, but for him to bring her behind a closed door to talk to her.
Literally, you can see the look on her face is like, holy shit, we're about to do this.
Yeah, she's like, this is quite scandalous. And he's like, yeah, your cousin, fraud, charlatan. Like, I'm going to expose him. And then her mom and cousin Jack come in. So it's like, is this going to be the moment? Are they going to be engaged? No.
And the thing that's like so shitty is like, and it just like shows so much how like people underestimate and devalue Penelope in the season, because like there's not even a question of like, why are you two alone together? Penelope,
yeah,
like,
100%.
It was just like, whatever, it's Penelope. He's not gonna do anything with Penelope.
Yeah.
Mm.
And in this moment, we see him fully standing up for the Featheringtons and basically bodying Cousin Jack and just being like, I've looked into everything you need to get out of here. It gives the terms and conditions. And Lady Whistledown, if you want to throw up that picture of Colin season 3, because he has to grow into this man, and we see a glimmer of it here in this scene. Yes, look at him. Indiana Bridgerton.
Yay!
Yes. With the I just love it. His little sideburns.
Yeah.
And yes, C2, they have known each other forever. Oh, so she's like saying, I think how people could be like, oh, that's just them hanging out behind closed doors. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of things against them, but we shall see.
We shall see.
Perhaps together. Maybe we'll all do season 3. I don't know. Okay.
I
don't know. So Cousin Jack is kissing Lady Featherington again, and this time it's weirder.
Ugh.
Yeah,
it's just very weird, and it's not comfortable. And it's definitely like, and it's definitely like you can see Lady Featherington is like playing a part.
Yeah,
but it's still like, oh girl, how do we have to watch this?
Okay, and so here we have a pollen alert moment. He's taking a shot. He asks her to dance. Yes! He says, I've been rehearsing that speech in my mind for hours. I'm always going to take care of you, Penelope. And I think, like, she and me are like, is this happening? Is this
literally
happening?
Is this happening? He's saying, I'm going to take care of you forever.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, and they're dancing, and he's danced with her twice now.
Yeah, and like, the way he kind of looks at her, he gives her a couple of looks that I think are looks.
This past season, he's given several looks.
Yeah, several.
So it's sort of just like, you're not like, you're a little bitch, Colin.
Yeah, literally. Oh, and Kate literally cannot take her eyes off Anthony. And at this point, Edwina, she literally just did this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, she's
I'm like, can we stop
doing?
messing around?
Yeah. She's like, be the sister that I know that you are and go dance with him. Be brave and funny and feeling, girl.
Oh, I know. She gives her like a whole speech.
Yeah, because it's like, I get it. Because at this point, they've fallen so far. They can't fall any farther.
Yeah, exactly. Like, give them something. Give them something to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. And I think she literally turns around and he's there.
Yeah. He also came to the same conclusion.
Yeah, because his little eye twitches and a smile. Oh, God. And his stupid apple box. He's so hot.
His stupid apple box.
God, it's so good.
So, in this scene, they're like 6 feet away from each other, pretending to look at each other.
Yeah, 100%.
So good.
They're acting the house down. And he is like, seeing like, so do you like still want to not talk to me, or like what's the tea? And she's like, I'm over pretending to not like you, actually.
Yeah, it's like really tiring.
Yeah, I'm done. Because he's like about to walk away and she's like, actually, and he's like, moth to flame, bitch, immediately back. He's like, are those
it's so cute. I know, so they're like, let's dance, fuck it. Who cares?
She's like, maybe, and then he does one of the greatest movements in probably all of television history. He looks off to the side, steps closer, does this, and then does that. Incredidly hot. I'm just saying it.
Very funny. He does a bit.
The hands. What do you say?
Yes, it's the hands. I've been trying to explain that. I always try to explain that. I'm like, we want to see hands. Some of us find hands very attractive.
And this dance too with the hands, like, so this song, first of all, was the greatest choice, my favorite song choice across both seasons. Wrecking Ball.
Oh, yep, I got you. Hold on.
Applause. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, Lady Whistledown. Miley Cyrus.
And also, just like, listen, your relationship has been a wrecking ball to everyone else's lives,
including your own.
Yeah.
And I also like, this is when the dance I was kind of referring to earlier in the season, when I was like, I didn't get the moves and how beautiful and sensual they could be until watching them do it. Because they like, for everyone's clearing the dance floor and then they're just going to focus on each other. And every single move is like just gorgeous. Lady Whistledown, I think there's a little video that's like, "This is us" or something, where he says something. Yes, this little part where he's like, just keep looking at me. That's all that matters. And everyone is clearing the floor and they're just giving. I'm going to turn it up. I love this part.
Scandal. Is that why the sister's wedding was abandoned?
Oh, child, no. That wedding did not happen because I simply changed my mind. A fact that must have...
We're obsessed. So the queen is like, no, actually the wedding didn't happen because I said so. And then Edwina also gives her seal of approval. Like, I think they look beautiful together. And then the queen's like, so why is no one dancing?
Dancing!
And they all go back to the floor. And then it's just like that. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
And then the queen, this is what we were kind of talking about before. The queen says to Edwina, hey, I have a nephew who's a prince and he's available. And you're looking pretty princess-like.
Yeah, like, let's upgrade you.
Let's upgrade you. All right. I love this.
No, it's so good.
Because this part is so beautiful. They're about to do their hands like this.
Yeah.
Her eyes are giving like resigned, like I'm here, I'm ready, I'm open, I'm waiting. And his eyes are giving like, this is the scariest thing I've ever done. And also you're the hottest person I've ever seen.
Yeah. And
then they grip their hands together like this. And they're both like, literally, I don't want to let go. It's so fucking beautiful.
It's very cute.
Because I'm sorry, the Duke and whatever her face is, we're not giving us this.
Not this. And that's
Not
why
this.
it blows my mind when people are like, there wasn't chemistry. And I'm like,
in what universe?
In what universe? They can't even look away from each other.
Where?
She is one of the best, like face actors. Like, she barely says anything, and you can tell everything that's going on in her, and it doesn't feel overdone. It's just
exactly
beautifully done.
And that is fucking Jonathan Bailey too. He's like, let me show you 8 emotions at once.
Yeah.
Oh, like, the layers, it's crazy. Like, he has a theater background, obviously, but I'm like, obviously, but the layers of his acting are phenomenal.
Wow.
Anyway, we all have to calm down. I have chills after that scene. It's just so good. Like, it's so good.
I know, it's so good.
It's so good. Because then we go right from that, speaking of Wrecking Ball, Whistledown, because Eloise, like, is tearing up Penelope's room because she realized she's Whistledown. So she's looking for proof, and she finds all of her money.
Which is so low.
It is low. Like, and then she says a lot of mean things.
She says some mean things.
Yeah.
Like, the thing that really sucks is, it's like, you can be mad at someone for maybe having, like, a gossip, whatever, but, like, she earned that money, and you ate that shit up, and you paid for it. Like, she earned that money. And I don't know, there's just something, especially back then when, like, they couldn't make their own money.
Yeah, and yeah, it is weird because she does kind of use it to dig at her and being like a wallflower, and like it's like very weird. They're both like voicing all of their insecurities at each other.
Yeah,
and it's very sad, but it is great for obviously these two actors are like, see too, they are both assholes right now. They're really both not winners in this scene, but no,
they're not, because like there's that moment where you think Penelope's just gonna take it, and then she says some shit. And then Eloise is like, I don't ever want to see you or speak to you again.
Yeah. I am like, what did she say? I can't remember because I always block out. But she's talking, because she's about to say it. But right now, Eloise is like, if Lady Whistledown had really heard about me being with that poor guy, she would have written about it a long time ago. But I think, like, too, because for us, it's been, 2 seasons, so we kind of are forgetting that, like, Penelope did kind of a lot of fucked up shit as Whistledown in the first season, you know? So for Eloise, it is fresh that Penelope, like, betrayed her brother and her other brother, because she probably wrote shit about Anthony and Daphne.
She did all the time. Remember in the book, it was always Lady Whistledown being like, he's a slut.
Yeah. So I feel like, justified for sure in her anger.
I know, but as Penelope says, she could have gone a lot harder on him.
Yeah, she does say that. And she's saying right now, like, I gave it up for you, like, because I love you so much. I gave it up. And Eloise is like, girl, I don't know you. I feel pity for you.
Which is so dirty.
And she's mean. Yeah, like what she's saying right now, she's like, you're sequestered here in your room all by yourself, writing your scandal sheets because you're too afraid to live, actually, and like stand up for yourself. It's like, ooh.
So
that's a deep cut. Yeah.
I know. It's like kind of not wrong, but also fuck you. Let me come to that conclusion.
Yeah. And then this is what Penelope says that's mean. She's like, well, at least I did something. Like, all you ever do is talk about doing something. And you never do it, which is totally fair.
True.
And she said, you're jealous. You're jealous.
You're jealous.
You're jealous.
That is true, because Benedict and Eloise, their conflicts and faults kind of mirror each other, where they're both like, we don't even do anything. We have no accomplishments. We just like, these are things we want to do. Yeah,
they're having that second child issue, where they're a bit confused. All right, we're wrapping up the Featheringtons.
Also, what? I would lose my mind if I was like, you saw how Penelope was like so happy walking up to her room and being like, I flirted with Colin and we danced like twice together. And then she opens her room and she's like, yo, somebody's been digging in my stuff.
I know, like your worst fear, and then it's your best friend.
Yeah.
The mess. So now Cousin Jack is like, I thought we were leaving together, Lady Featherington. And she's like, you're leaving. I've outplayed you.
Yeah, I was playing you. And you're the one who's going to lose.
You lose. Get back to America. Ha, 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 ha. And she also tells him that she had her servant forge his, like, or someone's signature on papers so that once one of her daughters has a son, they get all the money. Which I was like, if you were gonna forge, go all the way and give it to a daughter.
Yourself.
Like, yeah, if we're forging.
But they were like, we don't want to make it too obvious.
Yeah, really.
And she would dispute that. You'd be like, I never said she could have money.
Yeah, they're like, the magistrate would know.
Even Colin earlier having to pull out the like, you didn't protect his wife and daughters. It's like,
yeah, how dare ye?
Oh,
like,
God.
So move on. And so also I do love, though, I'll give her credit when she's like, and I've had the servants pack your things. Bye.
Yeah,
like,
that was beautiful too. Like,
over it.
And she's hated his aesthetic since day one.
Exactly. She hates the guns. She hates the dead animals.
Mm-hmm.
And then she
loves
said,
it pastel.
I'm a mother.
Yeah.
All toxic moms love to pull that out when they do something really toxic.
About to say, it's like,
yeah.
Nothing a toxic, shitty ass mom loves to say more than like, I'm a mother.
I would do anything for my children.
I will do anything.
And I will use blackmail. Yeah.
I will use them as an excuse to do my crimes.
C2 says she has integrity, even though she's obnoxious, which is the truth. You're right. She'll always fight for my girls. That's
I will always fight.
I'll fight for my girls.
No matter what.
And now we have one of the worst moments of this series when Colin says, no, are you mad? I'm not courting Penelope. I would never dream of it. Pollen, shattered, broken, Lady Whistledown, put up the pictures, ruined and terrible. Everything Penelope runs away, destroyed.
She's crying. And then it's like also a group of men laughing about it. It's like,
one of the worst sounds in the world is a group of men.
Never
I'll tell you that.
Male laughter.
Yeah, male laughter. We hate him. C2 hates him too.
Yeah, it sucks. He has to win over the audience. Sorry.
Yeah. And then Anthony's finally being nice to Benedict for probably the first time in like 10 years. And he's like, Benedict, do whatever you want. Paint, kiss boys, kiss girls. I'm jealous of your freedom. Do it.
Yeah. Go off.
Yeah. But then Benedict, because I think he literally is not used to Anthony being nice, kind of low-key rejects it.
Yeah, freaks out a little.
He probably doesn't trust it.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. You're right. That's a good point. He does flip-flop around, Anthony. Oh, look, it's Kate and Anthony in a garden once again. Let's hear what they're saying.
I have my sister's blessing, as well as my mother.
So she said she's still going to India as in this moment. The show's ending in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Wrap it up already, people.
Wrap it up.
It is why I could not visit you after you were exiled.
He was so afraid of losing her.
I could not bring myself.
Come on, say it.
Wow. We got there.
We did it.
Every dance, on every walk, every time.
Every dance since the park.
Since the ride together.
And I love he finally says, like, I feel like what she didn't even know she needed to hear, which is like, I love you and you don't have to accept it or embrace it or do anything, but like I just need you to know that I love you. And he's not like proposing to her because of family or because of I kissed your vagina, like nothing.
Yeah. Literally has to say the right thing in this moment or we're out.
Yeah. Yes, big explosion of feelings. And then she finally is like, I just love you too. Like, she's just so simple. And he's like, can't his face. I want a life that suits us both. Like, bitch, show me the money.
Lovely. And we get fireworks, literally.
Yeah.
Very Shonda.
He says, I wish to marry you. I can't live my life without you. I'm turning it up again.
Will you do not vex me?
Is that a promise,
Oh, wow.
When he says her name!
Yeah.
Oh my god, Lady Whistledown, if you don't mind the fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Finally.
We waited way too long.
Obsessed. The Katani Sharma is like, because we've only heard her referred to as Kate this whole show, so no clue how he learned her full name. No clue, but so fucking hot.
It's perfect. And basically they promised, like, our foreplay is going to be fighting.
Yeah, they vowed that to each other, basically.
Yeah,
and
like,
I love
we're
they're
gonna
kissing. They're kissing while everyone's backs are turned. It's very them, very cute. And now we're seeing everybody laugh at the fireworks, and we're hearing Penelope and doing the Lady Whistledown narration and not Julie Andrews.
Yeah.
And she's kind of being like, we have to rise. I don't know. She's giving some sort of like rousing speech about why she has to still be Lady Whistledown. But there's other good things going on. So Colin apologizes to Will, the bar owner, which is the right thing to do when you're white. And
and he were like supposedly very like friends, his friends, like a family friend. And
a family friend, yes, exactly. And so then Colin brings in tons of his friends to patronize the bar, whatever the bar, and hang out and spend money because he knows he did the wrong thing.
Yeah. And what else happened?
And what else? And we're all hugging. Edwina and the mom are hugging. Benedict is like closing his paints, which it's like, okay, what's going on?
I know, he's being very dramatic. He's like, if I can't earn it on my own, I don't deserve it.
Yeah, I won't even touch my paint. And it's like,
we're quitting. Like, great, there's your storyline.
Yeah, it's like, so now I have to get a whole new story for you. No clue. The Featheringtons are like, what's going on? And Eloise and Penelope are both sobbing in their separate rooms.
I know.
It's very sad to have a friend breakup. Friend breakups are real and sad, and they are neighbors and have been friends since they were like
kids.
Could walk. Yeah.
It's very tough. Very tough.
It's very tough. So now I don't know what Penelope's plan is. We'll find out next season. But she's like, I am going to do something with Lady Whistledown that'll fix it all. And I don't know what that is. But
I know. I don't know what they're going to do with the story. So
yeah. Because remember, in the book, it's not revealed. Nobody knows who Lady Whistledown is in the book.
Exactly.
So I don't know what they're going to do next season. Excited about that. And then it switches to Julie Andrews' voice at the end for Lady Whistledown, and Penelope is back. Every time they try to fit me out, they bring me back in. That's Penelope. Literally can't get out. And then once again we have Anthony and Kate full fuck. They just fucked. This is
they have to. Yeah, they gotta get some more of that in because they're like, we really didn't do enough of that.
Yeah, 100%. Because it's like crazy. Because both of these actors, like we did talk about this earlier, but Jonathan Bailey was like, come on, dude, when are these guys going to get together? Because they watched the two actors in the last season, like, fuck like every room in the house. But I think they're saving it a little bit for next season. I think that we're probably going to get more romance from them, and maybe just they'll be like the sex ones. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. I'll take whatever because they have so much chemistry. They are so cute.
I know.
So fun.
I know. I would definitely want that to carry on as like a side plot.
Yeah, as a side plot. B alert! Final B alert! Final B alert!
We got about the bees.
The bees! And now we see that Daphne's son is even older. It's been 6 months. They were on a honeymoon for 6 months. They kind of fucked all over the globe, it sounds like. And the fun thing about this time period is, like, once you're married, you can have sex everywhere in front of everyone. Nobody cares.
Yeah, like, it's rowdy.
Yeah, it's rowdy. So everyone is, like, basically roasting them for having sex
all the time.
Newton stole the ball.
Newton, a little Newton breaking the tension moment.
We love Newton.
And now they're fighting once again about whose dog it is. Because Anthony doesn't like the dog, but he does in a fun way. You know?
Yeah.
In a fun way.
Remember the dog didn't like him at first, and now the dog likes him.
Yeah, it's cute. And now everyone's like, oh my God, they're making out, so we're probably not going to play. But they're both
I know, it would be so rude. I'd be like, come on.
Yeah. So he's grabbing her ass basically here. But it's more in the pictures than in the video of this. But everyone's happy and laughing and smiling at them because they're finally kissing after this whole season. And Daphne's looking at them like, I knew it the whole time, you little...
Yeah, I'd be like, I almost caught you a bunch of
times. And they're both, like, smiling and kissing. I love it. Like, he's grabbing her ass fully here. Yeah. Yeah. Look at them. I'm so happy. They said, we're going to give you, like, 30 straight seconds of them kissing so y'all don't complain.
Yeah.
I mean, good thing they're good at making out, I'll just say.
Oh my God, yeah. Great job, Jonathan, Bailey, and Simone. Ashley, we love you. That was it. Oh my God.
Oh, and it's done.
That was so beautiful. Why am I crying?
I don't know.
I love it. I don't know. Well, I did include, we can just talk a bit about what's to come. If you want Lady Whistledown to play that season 3 preview.
Yes.
Because like we mentioned, I think a while ago, they have started filming season 3. So some weird pictures dropped. We can see Kate with Viscount money. Okay, her outfit is stepped up. We have Colin as Indiana Jones vibes. Penelope's makeup
is perfection, glowing.
Totally stepped up.
When you get to be the center of the season, you are getting a glow.
Yeah, you get the glam. You get the glam. So I'm really excited to see where this all goes. Like we're saying, they set up a lot. And I'm so excited to see what Kate and Anthony's like involvement is going to be and what their because they're like the heads of the family now, and she is not returning to sex education. So I feel like maybe is she not returning because she's going to be on this show too much, you know?
And also, like, technically it should be Daphne and the Duke as like, well, I guess as the Viscount. They are leaders of the family, but we should definitely have the Duke around once in a while. And
yeah, you're talking about recasting. I think they should.
They should just recast.
They recasted Francesca or whatever.
Yeah. Like, I know that he was a lead character, but by season 3, we'll have forgotten him.
Yeah, 100%. Nobody's gonna care.
Yeah.
No
Lady Whistledown, how was watching this final episode? How was the season conclusion for you?
It was
as a first timer.
Yeah, I really liked this episode. I always like a happy ending. I like when things get tied up in a bow, and this felt very satisfying. But I think like they did a good job of both like ending things and giving us that satisfaction, but also setting up a lot of stuff and leaving things kind of unknown. And you can guess what might happen next season, but you know, you'll just have to tune in to find out for sure. Which, speaking of which, do we know when this next season is coming out?
I think it's supposed to come in spring.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they're filming. Probably they're still filming now. I bet they'll wrap up, do edits, post stuff, and then spring. Because they like to do it right before, like, when the season in the show starts.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So we might be back for season 3. We just, like, never talk about season 1.
We just skip it entirely.
We're just like, that's something that happened.
Yeah, that is up to you, but you are always welcome for whatever season you want to talk about, because this was great.
This was so much fun. Thank you for that. I'm sure we'll be back. I just want to say once again, like, this really meant so much to me in ways that I didn't even expect. I'll just say this. It was like the first time I've really like dressed up as like a male character. Normally when I love things, I dress up as the femme or girl. So this is just a very fun, safe place to feel that and feel validated and have fun.
We love our Viscount.
Yeah, we love the Viscount.
Thanks, I love you guys too. So,
and it's been so much fun to be able to like share a period piece, you know, a love for costume drama.
I know we learned so much from each other and from you two. Thank you for rating all the time.
Yeah.
It was so fun to have you here as our audience.
Yeah, we so appreciate everyone for tuning in every week.
Yeah. It's like our SNL goodbye. Okay, great. If you guys want to keep up with us, you can follow me at God Hates Vivian on everything. And then, yes, Lady Fiona, want to plug your...
Oh, yeah, Book Bimbo or Book Bimbo for 2069 on almost anything. So
yes. And then also, you know, check out the Trident Network. They have shows all the time that Val runs. She put some information there in the chat, so check it out. Thanks, guys.
Oh, we do appreciate you very much.
Appreciate you.
Good evening.
We'll see you at the next season. Bye.
Yeah.
Well.